What's good with everybody? What's good with everybody? Oh man, let me get this music together for y'all. Drop that too low. There we go. That look good. That look good. All right, welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host, Oops the Great. Kind of beat y'all to the punch. Already smoking. Here we are for another smoke break while we talk about this hip hop thing. And I get to stop there. I don't have to say hip hop adjacent. I don't have to say hip hop adjacent. You know? Drake be having us saying hip hop adjacent all the time because they don't be like genuine hip hop topics. But this one is cool. This one is cool. I think now that it's August, I think we all burnt out with the lawsuit thing. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna rap about that. We ain't gonna rap too much on that. Like, but what we do have to ask though, right? What's next? What's next for hip hop? More importantly, what's next for Kendrick? I've been trying to mull that over for a couple days, and I came across the topic G Malone had on his show pertaining to what could potentially be next, and him knowing Kendrick Lamar as close as he does, I figured why not pick his brain a little bit, see what he thinking. I have some ideas. I'm pretty sure y'all got some ideas. I thought about putting a poll up. I'm probably still gonna put a poll up. I don't know. But let's check out Glasses real quick, yo. And see what he think. Cause again, that's his homie. That's his homie. So he gonna have a better idea of what's going through Kendrick's mind than me or you. So I'm gonna share the screen and throw the ears on while I'm doing that. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all see the bottom of the screen. Help me take care of the YouTube police. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. And look, I shade for y'all. Y'all seen my last couple videos. I've been in the hoodie. I got hurt in my car accident or whatever. Dumb people do dumb things. I can't believe it, but I'm good. I'm all right. So I'm still limited on my left arm. So whatever. But let me share this. Let's get to the content. Hold on. Let me share this screen. Like I said, this is courtesy of the No Ceilings podcast. No Ceilings by Glasses Malone is the official name of the page. Let's get straight to it. Hold on. I want to make sure I got the time right. I don't want it too fast. People get to sound like chipmunks. All right, let's see what we talking about.
Everybody, shout out to everybody that support the homie Kendrick, man. That's like a big thing. That shit is dope. But people get mad when I'm saying I think Kendrick is gonna retire, right?
Pause there for a second. Now, this is the first thing this is one of the things he's been preaching for a little while now. Like, it's a possibility of Kendrick retiring, but I've never allowed myself to buy into that, primarily because my thought process is, then why go through the process of becoming king if you just gonna go in the house? You know, I find that to be a letdown. It's not just me being a fan of Kendrick, because the cool thing about being a fan of Kendrick versus a Drake fan typically is just a fan of Drake, point blank, the end. Whereas being a fan of Kendrick allows you to be a fan of music, a fan of hip hop. So it's not like I sit around all day listening to Kendrick Lamar music anyway. So I'm open-minded to other things, but I don't think he can go in the house and just say, I'm good, I'm done. I did what I needed to do. I got Drake up out of here. Tip of the cap to me. Y'all enjoy hip hop. He can't do that. He can't do that. Proceed.
Because obviously the fans of Kendrick's, you know what I'm saying, they want him to keep going. You know, they want him to keep going. They want music. And I just know what it takes for a real creative, and especially him, to put together a body of work. Like, he could put together a body of work, but when he decides to really release an album, it's usually a movement. Like, he's brainstorming something more complete and like a movement.
Right.
And it takes a lot out of him to generate that type of power. Like, the last 15, 16 months would be a lot for anybody. You know what I mean? Would be a lot for anybody, let alone him, you know, who really never cared about being overtly famous. You know what I mean? He just wanted to put out his dope ass art and make a living. And
with that being said, though, I'm gonna let him finish, because he brings up something really good. I personally don't think Kendrick himself has done this, but what they say, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You can't get the crown. And again, I don't think Kendrick ever said this or thought this, but you can't get the crown and then say it's too much, or it's too heavy, or it come with too much. I find that just as bad as Drake's doing. Don't become the man to then turn around and say, I don't want to be the man. If that's the case, you should have left Goofy where he was at. Let somebody who really wanted to participate consistently deal with him. I wouldn't like that idea at all. I don't like that, even that thought process of it's too much. It takes a lot to be great. That's why everybody not great. And again, I don't think Kendrick's thinking like this at all. But, you know, Glasses mentioned it. It's just my reaction. No more, no less.
And then, you know, he finds himself the most talked about hip hop artist in the world. You know, it went from, even his journey, it went from him being like, oh, that's one of the more respected guys, he's successful, to now he's the number one guy in hip hop in the world. And, you know, he's going to make more money over the last 16 months than he made in his career. He's going to be more famous in the last 16 months than he has been in his career.
Right.
He has a completely different thing happening. And I just know what that's like. I mean, I'm not him, but like, knowing him, I know that's a lot. You know, he still wants to be a father. He still wants to be, you know, a boyfriend or a husband, or he still want to drive his car. Like, he still want to be a human.
Right.
Like, he's not obligated to the space of entertaining all the time. So when I was thinking about that, that's what made me think, like, man, you know, I think he may retire. Like, it may be a while before we get another Kendrick solo album. And then I thought about it, and I was like, what would be things that he could do that would be cool, that maybe that would take some of the burden off of his shoulders?
Okay.
One of them would be the Black Hippie album.
See, I was gonna go first, man, because I knew you were about to say everything I'm about to say. So
I feel like that would be a wonderful idea. Going just off the premise of what Glasses is talking about with the burden of having to form and cultivate an album. Some of that would be taken off of his shoulders with a Black Hippie album. To let J-Rock and Ab-Soul and Schoolboy Q kind of take the lead and just participate. Have fun with the homies, because at the end of the day, these are his homies. So to have fun with the homies and just enjoy the process of creating, and then being able to throw your hands up. Y'all got it, fellas. Chime in obviously when needed, you know what I'm saying, because you want it to be successful. But again, going on the premise of what Glasses talk about, what can allow him to tap in more with everyday life and not so much into the industry, but still be active and present. You know what I'm saying? I could see that as a way of getting it done.
Okay, so Black Hippie was on my list too.
Yeah.
I love the Black Hippie
A Hillbilly album with him and King.
I don't want to hear that for some reason.
I know, but I would like to hear it. I think it would be fun. He gets to kind of escape,
Okay.
you know, from where he's totally vested into his energy, and he gets to working with other people.
I got you. It ain't about what I want to hear. I get what you're saying. I get it.
What could be dope is him finishing Eastside Johnny with J Rock.
Is that a collab album?
No, that's J Rock's next album. But I really like the stuff that him and J Rock do together.
Okay.
I think that would be dope. Him to do Eastside Johnny.
So what do you think he would do on album? Just produce it, or
maybe he can go produce some records. He produced like 6 or 7 or 8 records on GNX.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he could go produce a few records for Eastside Johnny. You know what I mean? Like I think that would take a lot of weight off his shoulders. Putting together an album for real creators is a really serious burden. That was 3, 4. I thought you should build a lowrider.
Okay, so why?
I think he'll realize as a creative, it'll really kind of, it's different energy. Like it's fun watching the car come to life.
Okay.
It is. Hey, don't sweep that car thing under the rug, though. Don't sweep that car thing under the rug. I think it's something that men do once you reach a certain age. Especially if you are somebody who likes to create. Like, I'm 41. I've been mulling it over for like the last maybe 2 years of getting the old school. I'm not a lowrider, but old school, and build it the way I want it to be. That's something that I think comes across a lot of older black men's mind, especially those who are of the creative type. You know what I'm saying? You want to build something, show what you can do. It's a unique way of being creative. Like, I kind of dove into it a little bit, but I want to get into it like full bore, breaking down the motor, the whole 9. But Kendrick. Personally, I think the best option right now, because I'm trying to keep in mind the Olympics are coming to California, and he needs to stay relatively relevant and trending until then. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he can go into hibernation right now. This is not the time to go into hibernation for Kendrick Lamar right now. The anticipation for a Black Hippie album is there. I think it's there. Because I really thought about, like, when I said I was thinking about doing the poll, I was gonna pick between a Black Hippie album, an actual deluxe GNX album, a completely separate project altogether, or no new music at all as the options to what's gonna happen with Kendrick the rest of the year. Are we gonna get a Black Hippie album? Are we gonna get a GNX deluxe album? Are we going to get maybe a completely different idea album wise, completely new slate, or nothing? I didn't think about the Baby King part though. I didn't think about King. Furthermore, in disappointment on my own end, because I should have known better. I should have thought this out better. Kendrick has PG Lang. And that needs, I'm sure he wants to move that forward. He wants to grow that. I think King plays a significant part in that. So continuation of the Hillbilly series. I don't think any of us can completely dismiss that. Only thing I'm willing to dismiss at this point is the idea of him not putting out any music at all. I think new music this year is mandatory for Kendrick. It's mandatory that he put out new music this year. Has too much time passed to get a deluxe album from GNX? I feel like too much time has passed. We're almost at a year, right? When did GNX come out? October, November? A couple months? You know what I'm saying? We at a year removed from that album. Like, I don't even want to revisit it. As far as something new. Plus, I could always keep playing the songs I love off of it, which is, I mean, now that we this far down, I'll play about roughly half the album, maybe a little more. But it's not to the detriment of GNX falling off or anything like that. It's just that I got that Alfredo's 2 that's rotating heavy for me right now. I got that Larry June rotating heavy for me right now. I got this Clips album still rotating relatively strong. Like, I'm still hopping my way through the Metro Boomin album. So it's not, and there's a couple other little odds and ends in there sonically, but I think I'm curious to how y'all feel. Let me know in the comments. What do you want next? This is what we're asking. This is what we need to start asking. What's next? What do you want next? My vote, for me, I'm either leaning more towards I think I'm leaning towards the Black Hippie album because I know a tour is going to come from that. And like, when I say I'm already pre-prepping myself for a ridiculous ticket amount, I'm pre-prepping myself because like this was the first year cycle where I had that interest in going to concerts, but I just never, I could never line it up. Like that desire is really there to go to a concert. So selfishly, that would be, come on now, to get them on one stage. I don't even know a ticket. I can't even really put a number on it. That like, okay, look, that's too far. What's too far for a concert ticket? I don't know. But yeah, I'm hoping for that. Or since Glass has said it, it piques my interest a little bit. Him and King. Hillbillies. I wouldn't mind putting some creative behind that idea. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. But I appreciate y'all putting up another smoke break. We got to talk about music, and we had to talk about Drake. So that's always a beautiful thing. Definitely let me know what y'all think, because I feel like more of y'all will probably want a GNX Deluxe album. I don't know. But hey, like, comment, subscribe. You know, you see it on the screen. I'm Oopsie Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Yes, the smoke break is over. Hey, it was a 20-minute smoke break. It was a 20-minute smoke break. If your smoke ain't kicking in right now or near about, I have a talk about your weed selection. But I get at y'all, man.